Good evening. I'm very sorry not to be with you personally tonight. As you know, I'm taking part in the Caribbean Conference, which involves my spending 10 onerous days in Jamaica and Barbados. But I'm delighted to have this opportunity to speak to you all tonight because aid for Ethiopia and the Sudan has always been particularly close to my heart. And this has nothing to do with any consideration of improving my public image by associating myself with caring and compassionate causes. My government, as you know, has always given a high priority to overseas aid, even though we have been able to expend very little actual money on it. I'm tremendously in favor of events such as this, where people donate their own money. We in government don't get such opportunities to spend our own money. We have to spend our time spending your money in a responsible way. But it is no secret that I would like to see all overseas aid privatized in this way. Not to help cut government spending, absolutely not, but because I am sure the recipients of aid feel an extra pleasure if they know it is paid for by voluntary contributions and not simply out of the exchequer. I know I would. It's a sad fact of public life that so many people have been misled by the media into thinking of politicians as self-seeking, self-important windbags, obsessed with their career ambitions, consumed with personal vanity. Especially opposition politicians, of course. But I hope that my support for aid will go some way to showing us in our true light as diffident, humble, almost saintly men and women, concerned only with the good of others, and who make endless sacrifices with no thought of personal gain, solely to try to create a better world for our fellow citizens and for the human race. God bless you all.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you please rise for Her Majesty the Queen?
On your feet, you lazy buggers! Come on, you lazy buggers, on your feet! 3 hours in a bloody queue trying to get into this doss house. I've left a particularly tasty kebab to come to this shambles, and my wife is missing her favourite episode of Abita's Ain Pets. Get on your feet. You won't even get off your fat bottoms and give her a decent cringe. Come on, up you get. That's better. Good second.
Hello, good evening. My name is Lenny Henry. Oh, asshole in the audience. It's okay, there's always one prat. Anyway, my name is Lenny Henry, and as you can see, I've had a tragic disaster with my hair. So let's do all the jokes now before it gets boring. Yes, I do look like a black aircraft carrier, yes. I do look like Grace Jones. It's a real drag because people keep trying to drive Renault 5s into my mouth. But I believe barbers have had a personal vendetta against me ever since I was a small child. It's true, because remember when you were a kid, you had no choice in the way your hair looked. Do you remember? Your parents always made the decisions about the way you look, because I never used to comb my hair anyway. I just liked it dry and bumpy. My hair used to feel like the Braille edition of the Oxford Dictionary, you know. And my mum used to comb it for me to punish me, you know. She'd put the comb and she'd be really rough, you know. You must comb your head. You must comb your head. She sounded like a rap record. You must comb your head. You must comb your head, Shaka Khan. You must comb your head. And the comb would always break off in my hair, you know. That's how rough she was. And she always said the same thing to my dad. Take this boy to the barber shop and bring back me comb. So my dad would drag me to the barber shop. We'd get there. We always knew we were there because there'd be these little bald-headed kids hanging around outside, crying with bits of plaster all over their head, you know, carrying their ears in a polythene bag. So my dad would drag me into this little cellar, you know. It was really dimly lit. The barber would be standing in the corner by the chair, silhouetted in the pale light with his clippers in his hand. So I'd sit in this big chair, you know, trying to be cool. I'd like a light trim, please. Leave my sideburns on and perhaps my ears this time. He just used to look at my dad and my dad would go, skin him, and he'd go, brrrr. And it seemed like the week after, my mum would always choose then to go to the seaside for a day trip, you know, where it was freezing cold on my cold head, you know. I'd be walking down the prom, you know, the wind would be blowing off the sea, 40 degrees below zero. My dad would be walking behind me saying, breathe in that fresh air. Take off your jacket, take your hands out your pocket. It's a lovely day. I'm going, bloody hell, Dad, the pigeons are wearing thermal underwear, leave me alone. He says, shut up, stand outside this pub, I'll be back in 5 hours. I got to Jamaica now, you know, because it's nice there, it's hot. Because although Jamaica is hot, the people are cool, you know. Everybody in Jamaica is just cool, you know. Everybody in Jamaica is just relaxed, you know. Even the ants are cool in Jamaica. Because in England, you see ants and they're always rushing around. Come along, we must work, come along. We must work, we must hurry, come along. In Jamaica, they just go, chill. Easy now. Relax now. Have a jam sandwich. You could be having neurosurgery lying on the operating table. The doctor would be there going, we operate in a second. Because these things take time, you know? Went to Jamaica with my wife because we both like it out there. It's great. Because I've been married for 18 months now. Yeah. Thing is, I didn't know there was going to be this much bonking. You know? I didn't know. It must be in the rules or something. Like the other night, she said, do you want to make love? I said, no. I've got a headache. All right. And I turned over. Next thing, I felt this broomstick banging me in the back. I said, what are you doing? She said, now you know how I feel when I've got a bloody headache. Look at all the guys going. All the women going.
Well now, Mr. Perkins, it was good of you to come in. I realise that you're a busy man, but I didn't think this matter could be discussed over the electric telephone.
No, absolutely, Headmaster. I mean, if Tommy's in some sort of trouble, then I'd like to nip it in the bud.
Well, quite frankly, Tommy is in trouble. Recently, his behaviour has left a great deal to be desired.
Oh, dear.
He seems to take no interest in school life whatsoever. He refuses to muck in on the sports field. And it's weeks since any master has received any written work from him.
Dear me.
Quite frankly, Mr. Perkins, if he wasn't dead, I'd have him expelled.
I beg your pardon?
Yes, expelled. If I wasn't making allowances for the fact that your son is dead, he'd be out on his ear.
Tommy's dead?
Yes, he's lying up there in sick bay now, stiff as a board and bright green. And this is, I fear, typical of his current attitude. I have pleaded with him, and so has Matron, and he will make no effort.
Well, how did he die?
Well, is that relevant?
Yes, I think so.
It's all got to do with the library. You see, we've had a lot of trouble recently with boys taking out library books without library cards. Your son was caught, and I administered a beating during which he died. But you'll be glad to know that the ringleader was caught, so I don't think we'll be having any more trouble with library discipline. You see, the library card system...
I'm sorry, you beat my son to death?
Yes, so it would seem. Please, I'm not used to being interrupted. The library card system was introduced.
Exactly, what happened?
Well, apparently boys were just slipping into the library and taking the books.
During the beating.
Oh, that? Well, one moment he was bending over, the next moment he was lying down.
Dead?
Deadish. Mr. Perkins, I find this morbid fascination of yours with your son's death quite disturbing. What I'm talking about is his attitude. And quite frankly, I can see where he gets it from.
Well, at least I never beat him to death.
Well, that was quite obvious to me from the first day he arrived here. I wondered then, as I wonder now, if you might not have turned out to be a very different lad indeed if you had administered a few fatal beatings early on.
Are you mad?
I'm furious. In order to accommodate the funeral, I've had to cancel afternoon school on Wednesday. No, excuse me, I must...
This is preposterous.
Yes, it is. Or at least it would be if it were true.
What?
I've been joking, Mr. Perkins. Pardon me, it's my strange sense of humor. I've been having you on.
Thank God.
I wouldn't cancel afternoon school to bury that little shit.
I think it's a perfectly lovely haircut.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ronnie Corbett.
You may be wondering, I mustn't get too near the edge here. Not without the parachute. You may be wondering, you may be saying to yourself, you may not be saying to yourself, it's none of my business. Actually, what you are saying to yourself, I mean, you may be saying to yourself, if nothing is impossible, why can I never cancel a Reader's Digest subscription? Or you may be saying, how did I happen to be here this evening? Well, I'll tell you what happened. Rowan rang me up, Rowan Atkinson, and he didn't really, you know. I remember the day very clearly. It was the one day of the year Allied carpets were not having a sale. And when the message arrived, I was sitting in a box of Action Men, entertaining the troops, and they said, we're having this evening, you know, this special show. So anyway, Rowan and I met in his local hostelry, just off the M40, called the Flattened Hedgehog. And I walked in the saloon bar there, and there was Rowan standing, chatting to the hat stand. No, he doesn't see too well, and neither do I. I bought them both a drink. Anyway, that's how. And he said, we'd just like you to come on and do a few jokes, you know, between the turns and then sort of go off. So that's how it happened to be. And he said, incidentally, we've had a very nice message we're pleased to hear from the Prime Minister tonight, wishing us all the best. She couldn't be with us. She left this afternoon for a tour of friendly countries. Coming back tomorrow. And I'm not going to do any political jokes, to be honest, because I'm not a member of any organised political party. I'm a social democrat. And it's been one of these weeks, to be honest, because I had a very busy. About 2 nights ago, I went to my next door neighbour give this party, and this party was so boring. An electric light bulb blew, and we laughed about it for 2 hours. The evening was so quiet, the telephone rang, and a fellow with a weak heart had to be taken home. Actually, I don't think he really had a weak heart. I think he'd been there since 7 o'clock, and he just lost the will to live. Anyway, there was a group of people over in this corner dancing to a recording of a speech by Sir Winston Churchill. And the hostess was mingling with them, trying to sell souvenir pictures of her wedding night. And we're all standing about, you see. Now, 8:30 in the evening, we'd exhausted all the entertainment possibilities. We'd all had a ride in the lift, and we'd all opened the fridge door, watched the light going off and on. Then we played that Scottish game where you seat a fellow in the middle of the floor and you blindfold him, you know. Then he has to drink a whole bottle of scotch. Then you take the blindfold off. He's got to guess who he is. And I suddenly jumped to my feet, and doesn't make a lot of difference actually, but I did. I said, why don't we all join hands and try and contact the living? Then this lady got up. She said, what a good idea, Four Eyes, she said. She said, let's have a séance. Now, as it happened, there was a medium at the party. She'd lost her husband, I tell you what. He'd been an animal impersonator. So this lady said, we could collect a tenner. Won't be long, it's getting near the end. She said, well, if we could collect a tenner, this fellow she could not only hear him, he could materialise. So we all chipped in, you see, 5p, 10p, and no sooner she got to the tenner in her hand, she said, he's here. She said, he has materialised in the shape of an invisible Irish pixie. She said, you're very lucky, you don't often see those. And she said, he is standing on the palm of my hand, this invisible Irish pixie, as I speak. And she turned to her girl as he's sitting on the couch there. She said, would you care to come up and tickle him under the chin? She said, go to her. She said, I have to tell you, he's that height. But I think you're getting through to him. There we are. My time is up, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for inviting me, and thank you for coming at all for a wonderful course. Thank you. I jumped in quickly in case it ended there.
Ladies and gentlemen, Joan Armour-Trading. Well, in that case, ladies and gentlemen, Howard Jones.
The old man said to me, said you can't change the world single-handedly. Raise a glass, enjoy the scenery. Pretend the water is champagne and fill my glass again and again while the wolves are gathering round your door. Time will wear away the stone against the hereditary bone. Don't try to live your life for one day.
Don't go speed your time away.
Don't try to live your life for one day.
Don't go speed your time away.
Don't try to live your life for one day.
Don't go speed your time away.
Don't try to live your life for one day.
Don't go speed your time away. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-da-da. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-da-da. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-da-da.
The old man said to me, he said, don't always take life so seriously. Play the flute and dance and sing your song. Enjoy the here and now, the future will take care of itself somehow. Grass is never greener over there. Time will wear away the stone it's reborn. I try to live my life for one day.
Don't go speed your time away.
I bit off more than I can chew.
Only so much you can do.
The walls are gathering around my door.
Ask 'em in and invite some more.
I try to live my life for one day.
Don't go speed your time
away.
Get myself a crying, walking, sleeping, talking, f***ing dog. Listen, shut the f*** up. Now, listen, thanks for giving your f***ing money. Now, all I'm saying is give us some f***ing money. Now! You
Bob,
what?
will you talk clean to me? It really turns me on.
Don't be so disgusting. Good night.
Yes, I'm glad to say we at the bank have got the go-ahead to lend you the money that you require. We shall, of course, require as security the deeds of your house, of your aunt's house, of your second cousin's house, of your wife's parents' house, and of your granny's bungalow. We will, in addition, need a controlling interest in your new company, unrestricted access to your private bank account, the deposit in our vaults of 3 of your children as hostages, and full legal indemnity against any acts of embezzlement carried out by members of our staff during the normal course of their duties. Not at all. Nice to do business with you. All right. All right, Mrs. Godfrey. Show in the 2 gentlemen, please. And you're? Mm-hmm. And you're?
You.
No, you're?
You.
I see. How do you do? I'm a merchant banker.
How do you do, Mr.
I forget my name for the moment, but I am a merchant banker. Now, what can I do for you?
Well, we were wondering if you, I don't know, might like to contribute something towards our Ethiopian famine appeal, perhaps.
Well, I don't want to show my hand too early, but I can tell you that here at Slater Nazi we are very keen to get into Ethiopians, you know, developing market and all that. What sort of sum did you have in mind?
How about a pound?
A pound, I see. And this loan would be secured...
It's not a loan, sir.
What?
No, it's not a loan.
Oh.
You get one of these, so.
It's a bit small for a share certificate, isn't it? Look, I think the best thing would be for me to run this over to our legal department. If you could come back possibly on Wednesday.
Do you really have to? That couldn't you just give us the pound?
Yes, but what's it for?
A gift.
A what?
A gift.
Oh, a gift, a tax dodge.
No.
Look,
No.
I'm sorry, I just don't understand.
We want you to give us a pound, and then we go away and give it to the Ethiopians.
Yes?
Well, that's it.
I don't want to appear stupid, but it looks to me as though I'd be a pound down on the deal.
Well, yes, you are.
I am? But what's my incentive to give you the pound?
Well, the incentive is to stop people dying of starvation.
Oh dear, are you sure you've got this right?
Yeah, lots of people give us money.
They do?
Yeah.
You don't have a list of their names and addresses, do you?
No. We just go up to them in the street and we ask.
Good Lord! That's the most exciting new idea I've heard in simply years. It's so simple, it's brilliant. Well, if that idea of yours isn't worth a pound, I don't know what is. But the trouble is, you gave me that idea before I'd given you the pound, didn't you? So, off you go. Oh, and another thing. If you want people to take you seriously, for God's sake, get a bloody haircut.
told you she made a record.
I am sick of making records.
Bloody funny, eh? That was bloody funny. Hysterical stuff. Good evening. I'd like to welcome you to the Shaftesbury, which is, of course, named after one of my favorite pastimes, burying the beef bayonet. And, of course, shafting. So that's two things, really. I'm not so keen on the theatre, mind you. In my official capacity, however, I'd like to say A, hello, C, what happened to be, and B, there it is. Hey, incredible, eh? No, honestly, it really is good to see you all doing your bit. I've done my bit, and so's that bastard Paddy McNally. Now, Fergie, you old slag bag, what are you doing down there?
Hello. Hello, London. It's nice to be here. Life really does have its ups and downs, doesn't it? Life seems to have its good times, and life seems to have its bad times. And sometimes they're finger-licking good. And yet other times they're just ass-wiping bad. But whatever the way of the world, I always try and keep a smile on my face, because I've always got a song to sing. And this one is devoted to the true love.
For years I thought I'd have to live alone. I never got a letter, had to disconnect the phone. The only girls I ever saw were on TV. But now I've got a Venus who's sitting next to me. Do I love you? Do I want you? Would I give my life to you if I could? Do birds fly? Do fish swim? And do bears sha-la-la-la in the woods? I met her in the first class lounge of a jumbo jet. It was love at first sight, Romeo and Juliet.
He looked pretty rich and I was down on luck. So I charged him a fortune for a flying
For crying out loud, do I love you? Do I want you? Would I sacrifice my life to you if I could? Is the Pope Catholic? Is Luxembourg small? And do those hairy bears shh in the woods? I introduced her around to my friends. She was ace. I was no longer on earth, but in a better place.
He's an utter creep and he drives me round the bend. And to alleviate the boredom, I sleep with his friend.
Ho, ho, ho. Do I desire you? Do I adore you? Would I cut off all my toenails and put them into an envelope with my feet?
Dragon guard head is chairman Mao dead, and to those bears, sha-la-la-la. To those bears, sha-la-la-la. To those bears, sha-la-la-la. On Main Street. Thank you.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the first ever Shaftesbury Mile with Steve Ovett and Sebastian Coe, and your commentator, Rory Bremner.
Dramatic scenes here. Taking their leave. Positively begging their girlfriends to do it for them.
Good luck, darling.
And this is absolutely extraordinary stuff as they're ready to go the Shaftesbury Mile. Once round this theatre, are you ready? And off you go! And as they set off round the theatre, an exciting sports light series, but outside they go. And meantime, as they race round the theatre, we go back to the West Indies and join our commentator who is out there, Richie Bano. Yes, Oh, good evening, everyone, and what a marvellous day it is out here today. I'm pretty pleased, actually, as a totally impartial observer, to see the Poms having their nose rubbed well and truly in it. I'm in a great mood here today because only this morning my wife gave birth to a perfectly formed 2-pound cricket ball. What a marvellous delivery that was. Interruption now as, we're going to go back to John Watson in the studio. Yes, thanks very much indeed, and the race is hotting up, but let's go back and rejoin Peter O'Sullivan. Sorry, we're on the first person of the last one. We go on and rejoin Murray Walker. And there is the incredible Emerson Fittipaldi in the works Ferrari. And he's breaking the lap record with every succeeding lap, as indeed is Sebastian Coe out there in the Sinclair C5. And I hear now through the monitor that Seb has in fact tricked up Steve Ovett purely so he can count the amount of hair he's got left on his head. And there is absolute mayhem out there, and nothing can stop Seb Coe now. He's spun off. Seb Coe has spun off. And now there goes Nicky louder. Now there goes Nicky. Even louder. Cheap joke there. And there is Mark Thatcher in the... undercharged Sinclair C5 as we rejoin the big race, and Steve and Seb are neck and neck, and there's a lot of argy-bargy going on out there, and it really is the pits. I can see them all, can I? Just coming into the back of the theatre. This is an incredible finish. There's been absolutely no holds barred, and my goodness gracious me, the Shaftesbury Mile reaching an incredible climax, and it is in fact Steve Ovett who breaks the tape, and that was an absolutely extraordinary race. Absolutely wonderful.
And would you please now prepare yourselves for a world event in comedy and put your hands together for the sexiest man in the history of the universe, Mr. Rick Mayo!
Well, do you love me? Yeah. Do you think I'm great? Yeah. Do you really like me? Yeah. Well, would you like to see my pants? Yes. Would you like to see my pants? Here they are. Well, do you love me? Yeah. Did you dig my pants? Quite a lot. Did you really like them? Yes, indeed. Well, would you like to see my nipples? Yes. Would you like to see my nips? Well, do you love me? Yeah. Did you dig my nipples? You know we did. Did you like my... Rather. Would you like to see my bottom? Yes, please. Would you like to see my boss? Ladies and gentlemen, you can't see my bottom yet. First of all, you've got to do something for me. Let me hear you all say, bottom! 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 Botty bot! Patty pads! Patty pads! Patty pads! Patty pads! Patty pads! Everybody! Come on! Well, do you love me? Do you like my pants? Did you like my bottom? Or would you like to hear it fart? Yes! Go on! Well, do you love me? Did you like my bottom? Did you like the width? Or would you like to see my willy? Did you like to see my willy? Put my music back on! I'm just getting to the really good bit. Where I get my rude ping out and the girlies go wild. Bastard! Square! Your problem is you can't handle my willy. No, that's not what I meant. No, I didn't mean that. What I meant is you're an utter bastard. And I hope you die somewhere horribly alone in a gutter somewhere, you utter nobody! Anyway, hi. Good evening. My name's Rick. Rick? What? What? What is it? What's going on? Well, you're a pretty nutty bunch, aren't you? You're completely potty. We're potty too, we don't care what we do. I broke a teacup in the dressing room just now. I mean, we reported it to the police, obviously, but still bloody happened. We're mad. We will do anything. Bloody hell, can you see all right up there? Well, got home then. Why did the monkey fall out of the tree? Because it was dead! Dead! Who's this? It's me! No, because seriously, I'm here. As you know, I've just done a fantastic #1. Which doesn't mean I've just done a brilliant wee-wee in the toilet. Although I have. And I thought I'd do it all on my own here for you tonight, without any help, except from my backing group, Cliff Richard, and 3 other bastards whose name I can't quite remember now. So without further ado, 1, a 2, a 1. Oh, hi, Mike. I was just telling everyone how fantastic you were. Listen, why don't you and I do the single now? Just get down on top of it and be funky. Oh, that sounds a bit rude, doesn't it?
It's about the song. I've got to talk to you about that.
Yes.
Now, this isn't easy for me, Rick.
Yes.
In fact, it's very, very hard. And I'm not talking about my...
Remember, Cliff's in the building. We don't want anyone saying penis.
We don't want you in the song anymore.
What? What?
I simply said we don't want you in the song.
Yes, but why?
Because you're total and utter crap!
Yes, Vivian, very brave of you to shout insults from the dark. What are you doing, playing a girly game of sardines? Trying to get a snog off Kate Bush? Sorry, Kate, I was just hiding in the cupboard and my hand accidentally went up your frock and into your necks. Is that it? I bet it is, you little pervy. Bloody hell, it is. Ugh.
Vivian, that's not Kate Bush, that's Neil, and you know it.
Kate Bush is underneath, Michael. I'm using Neil as a contraceptive. Well, whatever it is you're doing, just stop it now and come out here and insult me like a man, you big girly. You asked for it.
Very tactfully done, Vivian.
Thank you, Michael.
I'll go and find Cliff.
Okay. Back in a tickle, Katie, baby. I just got to do this #1 song with Shaky Stevens. Right. Good evening, bastards. This is my #1 hit. Fooled you. And this is my #1 song.
Don't do the song right. I've got like some really heavy news about Cliff that's going to completely blow your mind. What's that smell?
Neil, go away.
Don't patronise me, you bastards. Oh yeah, let's all sit in rows and ruin Neil's evening.
What's the message, Neil?
Oh yeah, the message about Cliff, right? Like, Cliff's blown out the gig.
What? You mean he's farted?
No, Cliff can't come.
Why?
He's doing time.
They put him in prison for farting! Right on! Who's going to do the show?
Oh, that's all right. I booked John Craven instead.
John Craven? Fantastic!
Yeah.
Come on! Neil, do you want to hear a great new joke?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Rick, I'll get out of the way if you don't want to get seriously hurt. Right. What do you say to a stupid hippie who's standing on a pile of dynamite?
I don't know. What do you say to a stupid hippie who's standing on a pile of dynamite?
Get this, Buster!
Oh, yes. Yeah, that's really good, like, get this, Buster. Yeah, I get it, yeah.
Right, is everybody satisfied now? He's blown his goonies off and whipped out the theatre. And Cliff can't flipping make it. Let's just do the song. Hey, kids. It doesn't matter what you are. Punks, skins, bastards, Keith Chegwin, Mrs. Thatch. Everybody everywhere. Stop slugging and pay attention to me. Because if you're a wild-eyed loner standing at the gates of oblivion, then hitch a ride with us. Because we're on the last freedom moped out of nowhere. And we haven't even told our parents what time we'll be back. So pull on your dancing trousers and get down to the total and utter king of rock and roll, John Craven! You've got to embarrass him.
Thank you. It's really nice to be here. I realize that tonight it's me that's the alternative. Take it away.
I got myself a crying, talking, sleeping, walking, living doll. Got to do my best to please her just 'cause she's a living doll. Got a roving eye and that is why she satisfies my soul. I got the one and only walking, talking, living doll.
Just a minute. That's not John Craven. That looks suspiciously to me like Cliff Richard.
Yes, it is. It's Cliff. Cliff, congratulations for 50 years at the top.
What do you call a man with a seagull on his head? Cliff.
I think this John Craven's brilliant. I'm glad Cliff didn't turn up.
I got myself a crying, talking, sleeping, walking, living doll.
Living doll!
I got to do my best to please her just 'cause she's a living doll.
Living doll!
I I got a roving eye, and that is why she satisfies my soul. Got the one and only walking, talking, living dog. Well, take a look at her hair. It's real. If you don't believe what I say,
It's real.
I gotta look her up and I trust.
Don't open her.
Steal her away from me. Get down! Got myself a crying, talking, sleeping, walking. You don't jump! Just cause she's a living dog. I got a roving eye, and that is why she satisfies my soul. I got the one and only walking dog, living dog. Living dog, I got to do my best to please her just cause she's a living dog. Oh, comedies now. Got a rolling high, and that is why she revives my soul. I got the one and only walking, talking, living dog. Living dog.
But my friends call me Hot Lips. Tell me now, are there any Catholics in the audience? Yes? Yes, well, I'm a little surprised to find you at a show like this. However, if I could just address both of you for a moment or two, because I know the effect these kind of shows have on you. What we in the business refer to as the, well, we've had a few laughs, now let's go home and shag ourselves stupid syndrome. Absolutely. Well, don't get me wrong. You see, God does want us to have babies. After all, if He'd wanted us to be homosexuals, we would have been born with our bottoms facing the other way. Yes, no, it's the manner of reproduction which we might find a little fault with. Haven't you always envied those little amoeba chappies? You know, those little ones which just divide by themselves without any of that nasty, sordid, sweaty, you're the best, you're the best. No sleeping on the wet patch for them. Tonight we have a new method of reproduction, and I'm going to demonstrate it for you tonight. It's very simple. All you need is a magic altar, a chainsaw, and a volunteer from the audience. Come along now. Surely there's one, please. As I live and breathe. Yeah, when I was young, when I was taking my first communion, I used to be such a fan of yours. I used to pray that the Lord would protect you from drink and drugs and loose women. Did He do that?
No.
Fine. Right, well, let me explain what's going to happen here. You're going to get into this magic altar. If you would do that now, please. And we're going to reproduce you in front of the audience. Now, sir, if you'd like to step in from that side. That's very good, sir. That's it. There's one born every minute. And most of them are Catholics. Right now, sir, do itself. Father Glitter, the chainsaw!
Philadelphia, PA, will you please welcome live on stage the sex god, Theophilus P. Wildebeest. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's so nice to be here in your wonderful country. My name is Theophilus P. Wildebeest. I'm the most fertile man in the universe. Already I can feel something stirring within my trousers. It's my leg. You know, I'm gonna do a couple of tracks for my brand new album because I'm making an album right here in London right now. It's called Cover Me in Peanut Butter and Bite My Nipples because I like it like that. It has some great tracks in it like How Can I Tell You I Love You When My Dick Is in a Blender? And you know, as you can tell, it's an album of love songs and I want to do something for you right now. So I'm gonna come amongst you. That doesn't mean I'm gonna spontaneously explode or something like that. It just means I'm gonna step down into the audience and rap with the ladies, because that's the kind of guy I am, you know. Because I've got to find a girl right here, right now. And I'm gonna walk right down these steps like this. Kneel right on. You know, so many sexy ladies in the audience tonight, but this is not one of them. There's so many ladies here tonight. How you doing, baby? All right. You're looking so fine. Right on. Right on, my man. See, white people, goddamn, a white person who knows how to do this. How you doing, all right? Nice to meet you. Hey, my man, we got a tablecloth like this at home. It's real nice. I like it a lot. Hey, cheer up, bruh. Only 2 more hours to go. You know, I love comedy. It's my favorite thing. Hey, a camera. Right on. Come on, baby. Give her a big hand, ladies and gentlemen. I found my love. All right, baby, come on. I want you to sit down in my apartment. Here. This chair here, like this. All right, nice to see you dress up to come out, you know. I like that. It's nice. You look real. Guapo me, great nuts. Look at all this amazing floor rummaging around in here. It really is amazing. Bloody hell, there's something here with 100 legs. It really is terrific. I'm sorry, baby. I just lost my mind for a second. So where you from? Time's up. Where you from, girl?
North London.
North London. How nice. Whereabouts in North? All of it or just a small part of it? A little bit of Muswell Hill. All right. You got any African in you? Would you like some? It's a joke, goddammit. I'm sorry, baby. It's a joke, goddammit. These people are sick, baby. Ignore them. These are the kind of people who'd sellotape breadcrumbs to a window and watch birds batter themselves to death. You, out. So, hey. I know you feel fine tonight, so I'm gonna ask you your name. What's your name, girl?
Joe.
Joe. That's a beautiful name. You know, Joe, I've been watching you for a long time. And now that I found you, I ain't never gonna let you go. You see, Joe, these nipples are yours tonight. To do with as you will, because I feel so sexy tonight. I can, ooh, all the ladies say, ooh. Yeah, like that. Joan, tonight is your night. I'm gonna let you have my body. All of it. Even the long, wobbly, floppy, dangly bits. I want you to know that this song is for you and for all the special ladies in the audience tonight. It's all for you. I'm gonna get sexy right now, so excuse me while I wobble my hips like some demented demon or something. Come on home with me and drink some cold, cold wine. Show me your loving, girl, and I'll show you mine. Let's roll around in my pile carpet. It's deep enough for two. I'll mix you a cocktail, baby. How about a slow, comfortable scoot? It's a drink, girl. I got a big, big love. A mighty fine love. It's a gigantic love. It's my big love. Yeah, my love is so big I can barely get it into my mini metro, girl. You see, everything is everything. But some things aren't everything. And those things are what I call nothing. You see, Joe, I love you. I love you because you're beautiful. And also I love you because you believe all this bullshit I keep saying. I think you do, girl. Let me get down. Ooh. The first time that I saw you, babe, and I put my hand on your neck, and when you slapped my face so very hard, oh, Joe, I knew you were for me. So don't play hard to get, girl. Can't you see I'm a sex machine? I've got twin carburetors, babe. I think you know what I mean. So climb on board, Joe, baby, and hang on to your hat. Wait a second, nothing's happening. I think my battery's just gone flat. Oh no, girl, give her a big hand. I had a big, big, a mighty fine love. It was gigantic love. Was my big love. You see, Joe, every night can't be the jackpot. Sometimes you get a cherry, other times you get a lemon. Other times the handle breaks off in your hand. Tonight was that night, girl. Now leave me alone. Can't you see I need time to get my sexiness together? I need olive oil rubbing into my buttocks. I need peanut butter rubbing softly into my ears. And most of all, I need a big sheep. Good night.
Just going to sit. I was just going to sit. Right. Sit. What are you doing this weekend?
I'm going riding in the country with my family, actually.
You've got a pony?
No, I've got a horse.
How big is it?
You don't say how big is it when you're talking about horses. You say, how many hands is it, please?
How many hands is it, please?
It's 16 hands, thank you for asking.
Would you like to know what I'm doing this weekend?
No.
I'm going to stay with my boyfriend.
Does your mum know?
Yeah. She doesn't know his parents are going away, though.
contraception?
Yes.
What is it then?
Well, if you're asking me what contraception is, must mean you're going to do it then. You're going to do it. You're going to have it off. You are, you're going to have it off, aren't you? Well, it's a good thing you asked me because I know. The first thing you need for contraception is some towels. And it's a good idea if they're dark-coloured towels because there's going to be a lot of muck and goo on them later on. And you go up to the parents' bedroom, you take off the duvet and you spread the towels all over the bed. And you get on the bed and you have it off.
How do you know when you're having it off then?
God, you don't know anything, do you? Well, have you ever seen a man's toilet parts? Well, a man, right, has got 3 dangly toilet parts. And the middle one is the important one. And when the man wants to have it off, the middle one stands up. It gets sort of hard. It's about that big, and it's a bit like a sort of cactus, and it's got all spikes coming off the top of it. And he calls it his todger. And when the todger's all sticking up, you know it's time to have it off. So you get on the bed and open your legs and wait for the eggs to come, stupid.
What, you mean like a period then?
No, not like a period. Do you know about the 4 holes or not?
Not.
Right, you got 4 holes, right? 2 in your back bottom, 2 in your front bottom. The 2 in your back bottom one's for pooing, one's for weeing. The 2 in your front bottom one is for the periods, and the other one is for the eggs. Now the egg starts to come down the front hole. It's about that big usually. It's coming down the front hole and it's trying to get out, but it can't. Because there's a bit of skin, a bit like a sort of trampoline at the bottom. That's called your hymen. And it keeps bouncing back up and it can't get out. So the man, by now, the todger's about this big. And there's a big sort of metal spike coming out the end of it. And he gets on top of you and puts the todger inside and tries to break the hymen and bashing into the hymen. Eventually it breaks and a lot of green slime comes out. True, and that's when you know that you're having an organism. The other way you know is because your eyes go sort of strange like that. And then the egg drops out, you see? And you just wrap the egg in the towels, right, and put it in the toilet. Yeah? You'll never believe what happens next. I didn't believe it myself when I saw it. Right, the man stands up. Now the todger is this big. And he says, "Oh, God," and his eyes are going like that. And the top of the todger opens up like that, and 5,000 trillion fish come jumping out the top of it. They come jumping out like that, and they go off the ceiling, off the walls, all over the floor, everywhere. And you've got to scrape them all up into a towel and put it in the toilet. Because, you see, if you let the fish get near the egg, that's how you get pregnant, you see.
Well, the fish just die then, do they?
Yeah, most of them die, but if there's any left on the floor sort of flapping around, you just grab the tails and get a mallet or a book or something, just bash them on their heads like that, scrape them up in a towel and put them in the toilet. Very pleasurable experience.
Well, that's how it must have happened. I was drunk, I don't remember.
What?
That's how it must have happened. I was drunk. Well, I'm pregnant, you see. I'm pregnant, you see.
Ew.
Baby.
Don't. Get rid of it. Get rid of it.
That's
what you should do. No, it's easy. Just get a bicycle pump. That's all you do. You take the middle bit out and screw it on top of the bicycle pump, screw it on your tummy button and go like that.
No, I was going to have it.
What?
I was going to have it. I was going to go to hospital and have it.
Do you know about having babies or not?
Not,
no. Well, you get a lot of pain. You go in an ambulance to hospital. You get there and the doctor makes you put your foot up in stirrups like this. And he looks up there and he says, "Oh, that hole's not very big." So he gets like a sledgehammer, right? And they bash your leg, bash them like that. So your legs break there and they're pointing upwards, like that. Pointing back out like that. And then then all the doctors and nurses look and say, oh, the hole's still not big enough. So they get like a carving knife and they dash it in your mirror. And they cut right like that. You see, and they have to hold it together like that so the baby doesn't come out. A lot of people think babies try to dive out forwards, but they don't. They come out sideways like that. And eventually the doctor goes, here comes the baby, and they open up the flap and the baby comes out. It's a baby and a lot of blubber, which you've got to eat. And then they get like clothes wire, and they like clothesline, and they just do big stitches all the way around. They put plaster of Paris on your legs, put you in a wheelchair for the rest of your life. Very nice. Very nice.
But my mother had me in hospital and she's not in a wheelchair. My mother had me in hospital. She's not in a wheelchair.
Didn't your mum tell you about you? Oh, because that's not your real mum, you see. Well, we don't know who your real mum is. She's probably a gypsy or something like that. Because you're an orphan.
Howard Jones.